castor oil. It works wonders for so many. So you went out and purchased the organic cold-pressed hexane-free castor oil in a glass bottle. You bravely took 1 or more teaspoons of castor oil. Maybe you mixed a few tablespoons or teaspoons into a tea, rubbed some on your liver area, and even poured a few drops in your belly button. And nothing happened. When you read comments like this, and continue to scroll to see that those are just the tip of the iceberg, there are hundreds more, it makes you wonder what went wrong. Why does castor oil work for everyone but you? You gotta wonder, why is that? Why do some people have great things to say about castor oil and its benefits, and for others it's hogwash, according to some? I have come to believe, to understand, that there are 2 to 3 types of castor oil users, and the type you are impacts castor oil's usefulness for you, and why 90% of people rave about castor oil, and the other 10% are scratching their heads and thinking, am I missing something? So which castor oil type are you? And what can be done, if anything, to move you over to the 90% camp? Let's dive in. Castor oil type 1 user. Have you applied castor oil to your scalp, eyebrows, or rubbed it in your belly button, only to notice redness, slight itching, and maybe some swelling? That sounds like you experienced an unpleasant allergic reaction. I can only imagine how alarming that experience must have been for you. For whatever reason, I can do a belly slide in castor oil and have no negative reaction whatsoever. The moment I rub some on my eyelids, there is a slight tingling, burning sensation. Even after doing a skin test, where you place a thumb-size amount of castor oil on either the inside of your wrist or the crevice of your elbow, and I had no adverse effect. Clearly, my eyelids discarded that data that I should be okay with castor oil. If you experience an allergic response, no matter how slight, put the bottle of castor oil down. Whatever your intended purpose for using castor oil is, I am confident that there are other options that you can use to achieve the same goal without irritating your skin or damaging its protective barrier. I guess to bypass having the reaction to castor oil in the first place, there are a few things we can do. Like 1, check to make sure that the bottle has not reached its expiration date. That matters. And 2, be sure that the brand you have is unadulterated, not mixed with any other oils, because that matters too. Castor oil type 2 user. You do know that the effectiveness of castor oil and all of its wonders is largely dependent on our own unique body chemistry. Each of us, we have different pheromone levels and hormonal profiles. This may well be the answer to why castor oil works for your mom, your aunt, your sister, your neighbor down the street, but not you. For example, ever have 2 people use the same cologne or perfume and it smells slightly different between the 2? You can thank our unique body chemistry for that. That doesn't mean that castor oil is a total no-go for you if this is the kind of castor oil user you are. Different body parts or sites of entry where castor oil is used works better than others. Like my eyelids, they're more sensitive than the skin on my abdomen. If you're this type of castor oil user and you want to enhance the effects of castor oil, to maybe begin to experience some of the benefits that others are experiencing, mixing castor oil with a carrier oil, that might be something you would want to consider. I cannot use castor oil near my eye region without mixing it with a gentle carrier oil. My belly, I can take castor oil straight on, full strength. Mixing castor oil may lessen the potency, extending how long it takes to notice results, yet it could decrease the likelihood of an allergic reaction and perhaps give your body chemistry more time to adjust, to find compatibility. Maybe. I would like to believe that castor oil works best where it's needed most and when it's used regularly with some consistency. Castor oil type 3 user. Or, those people who hire someone to clean their homes, but they clean up the space before that hired person shows up. People who do that, that's strange to me. But they claim that it serves a purpose. And the purpose they claim is that it enables the person they hired to see the vastness of the space that they have, which I guess helps them manage the structure of their time more optimally. So what does that have to do with castor oil? Well, we don't get to see what is going on with us internally, at least not real time. We have some estimations of the positioning, blood flow, circulation, health of our organs, which means that we have some internal blind spots. Sometimes we have to clean stuff up before introducing new things to it. Ayurveda refers to this process as clearing away ama, an accumulation of sticky substances that clogs our organs and hinders its function to the point where it actually slows things. And when I think about this concept, this ama concept from Ayurveda, I envision paste like Elmer's glue and how that whole process could be happening on the inside of us with the intake of food, chemicals, hormones, emotions, environmental elements, all of those things happening inside of us. When my body was overwhelmed with disease that looked like chronic fatigue, adrenal exhaustion, digestive chaos, anxiety, insomnia, and more, just doing a castor oil pack or massaging my belly button with castor oil, the results in the beginning were marginal. Eventually, I did get my rooftop moment. Hey, I'm having a rooftop moment right now, even after 7 months of intentionally allowing myself to gain 20 pounds. See, my stomach is where I hold my weight first and most. However, using castor oil during this time has made this feat less visually disappointing and the effects of castor oil viable for a couple of reasons. One being the type of castor oil used, black Jamaican versus golden castor oil or regular castor oil, that matters, and I'll be talking about that soon. And two, castor oil benefits are enhanced and favorable when my body is prepared beforehand. My internal system more readily allows my organs to dislodge pockets of buildup in the crooks and crevices, something I accomplished using a few simple items from the grocery store in less than 30 minutes in the kitchen. Eating like this